Welcome back to City on a Hill Gaming, a tabletop RPG actual play podcast. To find out more, visit us online at cityonahillgaming.com or follow us on Twitter at cityonahillgame. We hope you enjoy our show. Okay, so you guys settle in and go to sleeps. Shortly after 3 a.m., you are all awoken by a loud cry from your favorite real tired guard out in the hallway. And he yells real loud in panic. What do?
Stick my head out.
Okay. Do any of you want to put, or do any of you wear medium or heavy armor?
I'm pretty sure mine is medium.
Okay. You have enough time to put on light armor and grab weapons if you wish. Not necessarily enough time for medium or heavy armor.
I'm in leather.
Yeah.
Okay, I think those are both light.
Yep.
Okay.
They're the lightest armor you can get.
So, Greg, you're going to look out the door?
Yep.
Okay. So you
I have
see
my built-in range attack if I need to do anything.
You see the hallway across from you, sort of this hallway to the door here, and then you see down to these two edges, and you know around these two corners are guard shacks. You can't see around the corners, but you know those are guard shacks. And you know that this is a stairwell that goes to the second floor. Greg, I guess because you did that on your own, make me a perception or a stealth check. And we'll see what...
Bill.
Okay. Tell
15.
me... 15. Okay. There's the thing I need. Okay. So you look and know that the squares on the map don't necessarily match the squares on Roll20 because they don't line up exactly how I want them to. But we'll make that work. And these squares are 5 feet as is tradition.
Tradition.
Oh, don't make me sing that. It's a great show.
Okay, what about Matchmaker?
I don't remember enough of it, unfortunately.
Matchmaker, make me a match.
You've now sung the part I remember. Now...
Catch me a catch.
Yes. Now, if we want to do... Wait, is tradition the one that's just Tevier?
If I were a rich man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I used to be able to do the whole thing.
Tradition has the townspeople because they also have an entire segment of the townspeople arguing and choosing sides of whether somebody was sold a bad horse or not.
That, for the listeners, is from Fiddler on the Roof, which was our 6th grade class play in elementary school.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an impressive 6th grade play.
Yeah.
That's some pretty deep themes for 6th graders.
Fiddler on the Roof is about the start of the Russian Revolution.
Yeah.
And how it affected the Jewish people in Russia.
To the sadness of...
I was a bad guy. It was okay.
How many 6th graders can hit those notes?
You'd be surprised.
I say, hopefully at least one.
Yeah, precisely one. No, and we had 96th graders, and everyone was in the show. We had rotating casts for most main characters.
Oh.
We were way too in. But good time. Fiddler's a...
Like rotating nights or rotated throughout the show, so like somebody...
That would have been so good. No, rotating
and then,
nights.
like, the next scene, they're played by somebody else.
There's just like there's 4 Teviers. You get a different Tevier every scene throughout the show with slightly different beards. They're not exactly the same because you ran out of material. No.
They're all slightly different shades of brown.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Except the one that's gray for some reason because you ran out.
No,
different nights.
By 4 people.
Yes. Tevier as one of the only characters to not have multiple people play them. That kid had to be Tevier every night. Which I realize now is probably a choice. He's a band director. Yeah, that was a time. Good show, though. If you've not seen Fiddler on the Roof, do recommend.
Except to the sadness, Tevye died recently.
The guy who played him?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
He was also in Flash Gordon.
I don't know how to process that, so we're just going to move on. But I'm excited about it. Flash Gordon. I want to see the governor. I've never seen Flash Gordon. I just know that I'm supposed to say that. Okay, so Greg, you notice down the hall where your guard should be is no guard, and you hear a little bit of a scuffling noise down here-ish.
Is there there's the A2C stairs. Is there like a wall built up around that, like even like a half railing wall, or
Oh,
is
full
it just
full wall.
okay?
Full wall.
So I can kind of sneaky. I don't know where this is going to place me in relation, but I'm trying to be at the corner of the wall.
Okay, you're at roughly the corner of the wall. That works.
Yeah.
I
guess on the wall works the same. So I can kind of hopefully try to get a little more. And I'm worrying more about stealth than I am perception.
Okay, and what did you roll? Remind me.
15 earlier, but I can roll again if I need to.
And
No, the
Finn's
15
gonna
is
grab Finn's gonna grab her weapons and be right behind him if that's cool.
Okay, that's fine. Anyone who is exiting the room, make me either a perception or stealth check. I guess we'll do it that way. And
do you need another one?
No, you're fine with your 15.
Okay.
As you step out, you all hear a loud slamming sound, like loud to the point that it like slightly shakes the entire room you're in. And you hear a succession of them. They get softer as they go away from you. The one near you, Greg, you can physically feel move you, like it almost knocks Bootsy over. You think it came from roughly the staircase, and you feel 3 more happen after that. But they feel like they're getting progressively farther away from you. To the point that the room physically shakes.
So earlier you said we did not have time to put on armor.
If it's above light.
Okay. I feel like there's no way Essex would be leaving the room without putting his armor on.
Okay.
If I need to then like be behind other people, like if I need to be like
if that's what Essex would do, that's fine.
Like there's like if this is something like that seems dangerous, Ezek isn't going to just like leave his armor not.
We're not going to just full yeet out into the.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, fair enough. That's fine. I'm all
so
about
however
it.
you want to like tell me how that can affect us later, but just like as a heads up,
we will come back around to that.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I like that.
Don't worry, Bootsy will tank.
Fair enough.
I feel like I'm queuing for something in WoW or something now.
Do you want to know AC and hit points?
LFG. Sure. Yes, please.
18 AC and 18 hit points.
Okay. Kim, AC and hit points, ma'am. We'll get them from everybody just because we're doing it.
Yeah.
You guys aren't as fragile as I thought you were going to be, so that's probably good.
Points.
I have 15 AC and 13 hit points.
Emma.
16 AC, 15 HP.
I thought you said 60 AC there for a second. I'm like,
Yes.
okay, look, let's.
That'd be nice.
Let's. Whoa.
I am invincible.
She just stands in the hallway. Every enemy for the entire campaign just walks up to her and does nothing. Ben, AC and HP.
I should have flipped back over to that. Let's see. AC 17. HP 16.
And Cameron.
AC 16.
What it will be
19.
with the armor.
Yeah, 16 with the armor.
16 with the armor. Okay. And HP 19. Okay.
Also,
and
for the earlier perception/stealth, I rolled a 22 on perception.
Good night. Okay. So I've got Kim, what do you have for perception or stealth?
17 stealth.
17 stealth. Okay.
I just ran out.
All for it. Love it. So back to the list. Where's the list? Okay. So okay. So let's actually we're actually gonna enter initiative now. So how initiative works in Pathfinder 2nd edition. Initiative is not just a generic bonus like where you roll a d20 and add your initiative modifier. What you roll for initiative is determined by what you're sort of doing at the time. So if you're just... There are different ways to go about it. Traditionally, most of the time your initiative will be based off of perception. If you are just kind of like listening to be aware of what's happening around you, and that's what notifies you to get ready for something. Stealth can also be used. I think there's a handful of other things. There are even circumstances all the way down to using like nature or survival to determine your initiative. So this time, because you guys like preemptively moved yourselves out into the hallway, perception or stealth is appropriate for that case. And yeah, it's just a little different than what you're maybe used to from, say, 5th edition. This is one of the things you'll see that is not the same as normal from a lot of other game systems. And okay, we'll put them there. Oh, one thing I should note ahead of time for the players, because this is a huge departure from most game systems. If there's a tie between two PCs, you guys can decide who goes first. If there is a tie between a PC and a monster, or a PC and an NPC, monster or NPC goes first. Players do not win ties against non-friendlies in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, which is surprising but interesting, I suppose. I win all ties. Wahaha, I guess. Okay, so Emma, you had a 22?
Yep.
Okay. Ben has a 23. Kim, what did you have? 17, I think you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Kim has a 17. Greg has a 15. And Cameron, what did you have?
7.
7. Which I think works considering you're staying behind.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, and I did look it up. It takes me 5 minutes to put on my armor.
Woofda.
So
Okay.
like,
all of combat will probably be a total of a minute.
yeah. So,
So
I guess like,
make
if
your
I start
choice, I
he-
guess.
yeah. So I guess like with that, I would have to go, if we think this is serious enough that we would have to like be going quickly. I guess I would not be putting on armor. I
Okay.
like 1 minute to put on light armor and then 5 minutes to put on heavy or medium seems insane to me, but that's what the rules are.
That is
A lot of
significant.
heavy armor in real life would also probably take a second person to help you put it
That's
on.
also true.
Right.
And none of you guys are in a heavy armor, which is probably for the best. Okay,
It's
so
expensive.
Greg, will say you notice this, and we'll light up that part of the map because you have come around and you've seen around the corner. Down near A2B, which is one of the guard posts, you see 3 men in all black outfits with their faces covered. And they are standing over your Ben's. They are standing over Ben's number 2 fan / your normal guard. So Ben, actually, it is Grizzernek's turn.
So I was looking at
these-
spells.
These men each have a dagger drawn. While Ben is looking at his spells, something we
Yep,
should talk about is the action economy of Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
Yes, please.
It's what I'll loosely call real different. Each turn cycle, you get 3 action points and 1 reaction point. If you do not use all of the action points by the end of your turn, they go away. If you have not used your reaction point by the start of your next turn, it goes away. They all reset. Different things take different amount of actions. So walking, or as they call it in Pathfinder, striding, I think is the word they use. Striding, your normal move speed, is a single action. If you don't travel the full distance of your move speed, that still takes up 1 action point. So like, let's say you can move 30 feet, but you only want to move 15 before you do something else. That is your first action point. Attacking, normally just like basic melee attacks, use 1 action. And most spells use, if they're like cantrips, use 1. Most regular spells use 2. Some things do use 3. You cannot start an action with like a final point on 1 turn and finish it on the start of the next one. You have to finish an action all in 1 turn, and we'll go over this again repeatedly as we go through it.
We will mess it up.
Yes, we will mess it up, and that's totally fine. The other caveat is, you say, Ryan, well, I can do anything with my action points. That means I can just attack 3 times. Yes, you can. If you want to attack 3 times at level 1, you are absolutely welcome to. That first attack will be a normal attack. That second attack will be at a -5 penalty. And that third attack will be at a -10 penalty. So if you're feeling real confident / have nothing else to do, go for it. But you do take heavy negatives for repeated attacks in a turn.
And I want to call out there too, though, it's -5 off of what your previous one was. So it's not like, I have a +7, my
Right.
second attack is a +2. Then my
Right.
third attack is a -3, just to like clarify
Yeah,
that
yeah.
for the listener. It's not
You-
like plus something, -5, -10.
Do you re-roll them, or is it off of the first roll also?
You re-roll them.
Okay.
You roll each time. So basically, you're rolling with the same bonus every time, just with that negative tacked onto it.
Right.
So like
Tacked
like
onto the
Cameron said, it
bonus.
like if you have a +6 bonus, you now have a +1 bonus and a -4 bonus to your attack. What was your question, Emma?
Just that like -2, -5 is tacked onto the bonus.
Yes. Yeah. The -5 and the -10. Some weapons, I think if they have what is labeled as agile, if I'm not mistaken, the negative is slightly different. I think it's like -4 and -8 instead of 5 and 10.
And
if,
a handful of weapons have like a special ability tied to them.
Right.
So like there's ways that you can up that. So for example, my great axe has sweep. So if my second
Ooh.
attack targets a different creature than the first one, I get a bonus to that attack.
negating
So it
some of
doesn't-
the negative.
Yeah,
Nice.
negating some of that. And
I
love
so
it.
there's
Real
a
quick,
lot of
Ryan.
like intricacy in the weapons.
Just to
Yes.
see this in action, I'm going to attack 3 times with my rapier just to see how this plays out real quick. Just so we see
you can-
mathematically what it is.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. You're just gonna click the button 3 times. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so you have and it actually, the character sheets that are built into Roll20 do the math. So you have a 24, a 7, and a 4.
Right.
And if I mouse over that 4, it shows it as like 1d20 plus
10.
6 minus 10.
Yeah.
So like it's not out of the realm of possibility that some of these attacks could land. It is just statistically unlikely.
Right.
There are some things that can give you a 4th action point. If you do choose to make a 4th attack, it is at the same penalty as the 3rd attack, whatever that penalty happens to be. It doesn't get even worse. It's not -15 for the 4th attack, if for some reason you do have one from like haste or something.
Yeah.
And if and when it comes up, critical success and critical failure work very differently in Pathfinder. This is not just a system of like natural 1 bad, natural 20 good. There are ranges. I
really like this system as well.
I really hate it, but we're going to give it a try.
I like, as somebody like I've listened to a lot of Pathfinder 2E content. This
Okay.
is one of my favorite parts of the system.
It's a distinct difference, and it does give a little more flexibility in how critical success and critical failure work in a way that is at least very interesting. So we'll give it a try if and when it comes up. So Ben, it is your turn.
Okay.
And there are 3 presumably bad men's in all black at the end of the hallway.
I'm going to cartwheel out.
Love it. Here for it already.
Yeah. So single action. I'm going to use my move speed
Okay.
to cartwheel out.
Fantastic.
Try to like catch their attention. And I'm going to initiate Goblin Song.
I have lots of concerns. This is
I love this.
only
whatever
go
this
well.
means.
You sing annoying goblin songs. It literally means everything
go.
I hoped it wouldn't. Good. Distracting your foes with silly and repetitive lyrics. Make a performance check, Ben.
Yeah.
Let me know which of the 3 of them you're picking.
I'm going to pick the first 2 closest.
Oh, do you get 2 of them?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
You can affect up to 2 within range.
If you
Okay.
have export proficiency.
If I have expert proficiency, which I don't. Never mind. I don't think I do.
Yeah, I think it's just 1. You guys
So
probably
it's
don't.
just 1.
Proficiency works. There are tiers to proficiency in Kingmaker, and most of them, most skills you will either not be proficient in, or you will have trained proficiency to start. Trained is sort of the base level, and it goes up from there, all the way to legendary.
There's so many things to keep track of.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
things. There are a lot. Pathfinder is a lot of things. I listened to a bunch of YouTube videos this afternoon. It's a lot of things. I
need to
listened
get
to
my
a
slide rule out.
I listened to a 25-minute video just on how initiative and perception work.
Wow.
Pathfinder 2E be wild, man.
Okay.
Be wild.
So the first one, I run out and I just aim the goblin, just start singing some weird gibberish.
Love it.
It doesn't even make sense in goblin.
Even better. Okay. Here for that.
So that's my.
You're making a
second-
performance. So you need to make a performance check.
Yes.
And I need to make a will save.
Oof, God.
Okay, so I lost my first dice, so we're gonna roll again.
I'm pretty sure there's no way for you to not do that because it's a nat 1.
Good, we get to explain how critical success and failure work in the system. So a natural 1 is not necessarily a critical failure, and a natural 20 is not necessarily a critical success. So it is dependent on the distance between your success or failure and the target DC. So Ben, your total is a 7. The opposed
If you roll high, then it's a big thing. If you roll low, it's a small fail. Right?
It changes the level of failure depending on how far apart they are. So you have a 7. He has a 19 for his will save, which is more than the 10-point difference in threshold. So this is technically a critical failure.
Right.
So this does not work at all.
Grizz starting off strong.
He understands Goblin for some reason and has heard this song before. You've somehow managed to create a repetition of a song you didn't know existed that is very popular in certain circles.
Certain goblins love this song.
There's a very thin majority of humans and elves that are super into this specific kind of goblin song. It's real big on TikTok, I guess. We'll call it TikTok for no particular reason. Very popular song on TikTok. You've actually tapped into one of his favorite genres.
Clip clop.
Yes, into clip clop. Yes,
diggy hole.
Diggy hole indeed. So that was your second action point. What would you like to do with your third?
I'm gonna razzle and just like as I come out of it, do the thing and just jazz hands.
Okay. Are you roll the jazz hands?
I'm basically I'm a whole
hate that sentence. Okay.
Is that performance?
Sure.
Or intimidation?
You tell me.
Oh.
Which is probably wrong, but that's fine. I'm excited about it.
I like that as intimidation.
Yes. What could the spirit fingers mean? Okay.
So this could be like a demoralize.
Yes.
Yeah,
are you targeting the same one or a different one?
Same one.
Same one. Okay. Which one was that?
It's this the left one.
The left one. Okay. You succeed in demoralizing him with your spirit fingers.
Demoralize works. I can do intimidation to demoralize.
Okay, so read me demoralize.
It is if you scroll up in the chat to my versatile performance.
Oh, okay. Okay, you can use your performance
or my performance and intimidation are actually the same. So
okay, so he is demoralized.
He's frightened one
by your spirit fingers.
Really confused.
Yes, I'm mood. Frankly,
and did that take my third action?
We'll say yes.
Okay.
Demoralize is an action. So.
Okay.
Yes.
Then yes.
But because you're lucky, because of your okay, so. If the target does not understand the language you are speaking or you're not speaking a language, but because he does apparently understand Goblin, thanks to your critical failure, there is no penalty. He becomes, I don't know what just happened, but it's fine. He is frightened one. Yeah, like he said. Okay, well, that's a thing that happened. All right.
Welcome to the chaos.
Mood. Okay, so second on the initiative chart is Emma. However you want to follow that, ma'am, is up to you.
Great. I'm gonna move my 25 feet over to next to Bo over here.
Right, go hang out with the homie. Love it.
My question is, at this location, can I see them from where I am? Because there's kind of this corner.
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, I think you're fine.
Great. At which point, I'm going to be kind of confused given this weird little man singing songs.
Yeah, look.
But then, because apparently we're just throwing things around, I want to throw my fun little cantrip Ray of Frost at the guy in the first row on the, I guess, facing that direction. It would be on the right. So the guy on the left.
This one over here?
From overhead, yes.
Okay, perfect.
That guy.
The one who's already frightened.
The one who's already frightened.
Okay. Big mood. Love it.
That I can cast it up to 120 feet away.
Yeah, go for it.
And it's one creature. Oh, that was very much cocked. Okay, that is an 18 to hit.
That versus that'd be versus his AC.
Little Caesars get a large
Yes, that
custom
hits.
two-topping pizza for only $7.99 when you order online. Wait, did I just...
I reloaded something I needed for work, and they started playing a commercial in the background that really caught me off guard. Okay.
So 7 damage.
Okay.
And the target takes normal damage. Oh, heightened. That's not
applicable this time.
Not applicable.
Yes.
So he takes 7 damage from Icy Cast.
Word. Kim. Oh, wait. No. You still have multiple points left. How do you want to use the rest of your points?
I moved. Isn't moving 1 normal point?
Moving is 1 point. Okay, was that 2 points for the ice?
That is 2 points for that.
Okay,
yeah.
got it. Okay, yes. Then...
my math correctly.
Yes, math is mathed correctly. Kim, what will Finn do with her 3 points?
All right, so she's gonna move a little bit closer, and she's gonna aim for the first 2 guys with the electric arc.
Don't need a tank if they never get close enough to the party to hit anybody. Okay, good plan. I like this. Now explain electric arc to me.
An arc of lightning leaps from one target to another. You deal electricity damage equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. It's basic reflex saving throw.
Reflex saving throw. Okay. We'll make one save for the 2 of them. That's probably... Well, okay. I got a 15 on the reflex saving throw. Not good enough?
16.
16 is her DC? Okay. Roll that damage, ma'am.
6.
Okay. And you said the first 2?
Yeah.
Okay. The one who was frightened and cold is no longer either of those things. And then the one in front of him is... Or the one beside him is now staticky. And very uncomfortable. And it is the 2 of their turn. He's upset now. And he would like to come visit Grizzernax and try and pokey Grizzernax with a dagger. Ben, does 22 hit your armor class?
It does indeed.
Okay. He would like to pokey you for 6 damage.
Ouchie.
Good.
Tank when you need it.
Yeah. He'll make a second attack attempt, so this will be at -5. That is a critical failure. And he manages to drop his dagger as it somehow hits the tiny person that you are and shatters. Because that was a 1 plus 6, which is 7, -5, which is 2, and it's way not even close enough to your armor class. So that's unfortunate. And his other friend will come up here and let's use the thing to draw lines. Yeah, we can go find other people.
Uchi, no.
Yeah, Kim, hi.
Ooh, you found me.
Kim, he would like to poke you with a dagger, please. Does a 23 beat your armor class?
Yes.
5 damage.
Ouch.
Pokey dagger. He will try and pokey dagger again because he was so successful the first time. That would also in fact be a critical failure, and his dagger also in fact crumbles. These guys aren't doing great. This seems unfortunate. Greg, one of them came all the way to you. How convenient. I mean, what? Your turn.
I'm going to shoot a seed at him. I'm just going to spit at him.
This is just Plants vs. Zombies. Okay.
Yep.
I showed you the picture
You
I
did.
drew for the weapon traits.
Yeah, it's actually just Plants vs. Zombies, which is fine. I have no objection to Plants vs. Zombies. It was a moderately successful and actually pretty okay game franchise, frankly.
26
I liked
AC.
20. I don't even have to check. Yes. The one I'm assuming is directly in front of you?
Yes, because it only has a 10-foot range.
Oh.
Feel
better about that. Okay.
Yeah, I can't just do it. I can do it forever. It's just close range.
Okay.
And that's going to be max damage of 7 bludgeoning.
7 bludgeoning. Noted. Doused has 2 further action points, yes?
Yep. I'm also going to stab with a -5.
Okay.
My own rapier.
Your little toothpick rapier.
Yep.
Poke it.
That is going to be a 6 AC.
No. Not a critical failure, but no. I like that you guys are experimenting with the extra attack thing. We're seeing how that works right away. Big fan. And in theory, it becomes
might as well use it.
Yeah, and it becomes easier at higher levels because your bonuses go up and the negative to the extra attacks never changes. So eventually, it's not as big a deal in theory. So move. Let's see, attack, move, attack. So you're done, sir. And Cameron, what will Ezek do?
So since they were kind enough to move closer,
how polite.
Ezek will stride over in front of this one.
Okay.
How beat up does this one look?
Oh, real beat up.
Okay.
They both look almost exactly as beat up as each other, and it's not good.
Okay. In that case, I think I am gonna just strike with the great axe. I'm not gonna bother with some of my class features. So I'll make an attack for an 18.
Yes.
For 9 damage.
Okay. That particular person is no longer a problem.
Okay.
Clarifying question.
Yes.
The action point we have be used anytime during a round like 5e or just during our turn?
The reaction point can be used at any point that your character could make a reaction to something that is not your turn. I think.
Great.
And there are a variety of circumstances for that, to my knowledge. I don't know what your individual characters have, but yes, any point that I believe is not your turn, you may use that reaction point. Cameron, you have 1 point left, sir.
Yeah, and I think with that, I'm gonna just stride a second time.
Okay.
No, I say that. I'm not
going to throw the body at him.
Yeah, I pick up the
first bandit
nearly
and heave it at the second bandit.
Merely knocked out body of the first bandit. Everything's fine.
Pokemon fainted.
Yeah, because I can't use all of my
all your attacks melee.
Well, no, I have magic and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. But that would require more than 1 point. Okay.
Yeah, so I think with that, I just measured and immediately forgot. I'm gonna just stride up to the other one.
Okay.
And give. I'm gonna stand there menacingly.
Right.
Actually, I'm gonna come around to the other side, so I'm not in the way of our party.
And flanking.
Whoa, flanking!
What flanking? Hey, look, it's Ben's turn. Ben, you're flanking now. It's like we're doing a tutorial for Pathfinder rules, but we're not doing it on purpose. And I love it.
So, clarification for the action economy.
Yes.
Because I am used to 5e.
Correct.
If a spell, can you spell and melee?
If you have enough points, yes.
Yeah. And does that inflict the negative?
Only if the spell itself says so. So I have an ability that says it's my spell strike and it counts as 2 attacks as part of the multi-attack penalty. So if it doesn't say that, then no.
Then I am going to somatically and verbally use 2 actions to cast Phantom Pain on this guy.
I don't like how that sounds. Good.
It's a 30-foot range. 1 creature will save.
Okay.
Duration 1 minute.
Will save. Got
Illusory pain racks the target, dealing 2d4 mental damage and 1d4 persistent mental damage.
Oh, that seems unfortunate.
Target must attempt a will save.
Well, he got a 5 on his will save, so that means you hit, I assume.
My spell DC is 11.
Yes. Okay, roll your damage.
So is that a success? A failure? A critical failure for him?
What was your total? That's just a regular failure.
Just a straight failure?
Straight failure.
Okay. Target takes full initial and persistent damage, and the target is sickened 1.
None of that matters, because as soon as he takes the initial damage, we don't have to worry about the rest of the math.
Oh, okay.
He had 1 hit point left.
Oh,
yeah.
Poor guy.
And the reason I should point this out, the reason Ben asked which kind of success or failure it was, when it's something like, so say like fireball, that you could maybe do a save for like not taking as much damage, that scales differently in Pathfinder. So a regular success, half damage. Critical success on your save, no damage. Failure, full damage. Critical failure, double damage.
So for this instance, critical failure would be 2 points of sickened.
Right. Oh, that sounds
so
awful.
Not more physical damage or mental damage,
just
but
longer
2
term.
sickens.
Or emotional damage.
Yeah. It's
yes.
Hymnosious longer.
Mm-hmm. Hymnosious much longer.
So anyways, that's going to be 3d4 total. That's a 1-1-3. That's 5 damage.
Got him.
And it is non-lethal because it's mental damage and not physical damage.
This seems awful. I love it.
In the spell.
Okay. Okay, so you guys have cleared out these fine gentlemen. If anyone is interested, well, there would have been 3 daggers, but thanks to their critical failures, there is 1 dagger, 3 hand crossbows. Crossbows? Yes.
I love crossbows.
Crossbows. Hot crossbows.
Is it like a follow-up to CrossFit?
Yes.
Crossbow. Interesting. There's more. It's CrossFit, but with eating.
It's
which
less
appeals more to me.
Cousin.
Yes, the less successful cousin of CrossFit. Crossbows.
Is that a crossover with Tybalt?
Ooh, I missed that guy. That guy was great. What was his name?
Billy Blanks?
Yeah. Mr. 100% energy at all times. Big fan. So 3 hand crossbows, 30 bolts, 3 pieces of studded leather armor, and 15 silver. If anyone wants to keep track of any amount of that, if you want to take it with you, you are more than welcome to. Anyone who wants to, make me a... Looks furiously at character sheet example.
Is somebody playing Note Taker?
I can if somebody says it again.
I am taking notes, but incoherently.
Yeah. Bryan, if you say what we got again, I'll keep track of it.
Okay. You have 1 dagger, 3 hand crossbows, 30 bolts, because they didn't use their crossbows, 3 sets of studded leather armor, and 15 silver.
And what about the crossbows?
Also 3 crossbows. 2 acai crossbows and 1 banana crossbow. Because I assume that's how that works. Anyone who wants to can make me a society or Bravoy lore check.
I'll do society.
Yeah, we'll go with those.
17.
Oh, or a thievery check. If anyone has thievery.
Yes, 23 thievery.
Okay. So anyone who has at least a 15 society, thievery, or Bravoy lore check recognizes that all 3 of these masked bandits are members of a group known as the Black Tears. They're basically like a criminal organization of just like random thieves and cutthroats. They each have 3 tears on their tattooed on the inside of their right palm. And yeah, they're just like oh, and there's a tattoo script right underneath it that says "Live Free." Don't
tread on me.
Yes, don't tread on me. I was going to also say "Live Free, Die Hard," if you prefer that instead. Is that the one with The kid
Bruce
from
Willis.
the Mac commercials?
Yes.
Okay. And
Live free, die harder.
Yes. Live free, die harder. And it says live free, die hard in Draconic on their arms.
I don't know what.
By the kid from the Mac commercials, do you mean Justin Long?
Yes, thank you. I couldn't remember his name.
Wow.
Yeah. He's the kid from the Mac commercials.
Ignoring the rest of his work.
It was the first thing I could think of.
In Ryan's defense, that might honestly be the only thing he's seen him in.
No, I saw Live Free Die Hard. In theaters.
The rest of Justin Long's work.
Wait, hold on. I couldn't tell you what else Justin Long has been in, to be fair, so he may not be wrong. But yes, these guys are, yes, they're members of the Black Tears. They're sort of like, they're a fairly small, what was the highest roll anybody had for that?
23.
23, okay. They're a fairly small street gang, and for a long time they've been looking to make it big. So what they're doing here is uncertain, because this is not their standard thing. I want you to know that when I Google him, it says the actor from Live Free Die Hard, so I stand by my choices. Wow, I haven't heard of most of these. Huh.
I was going to say, for our audience, I won't list his other things, but...
a lot of them were not things I would necessarily recommend on the podcast. He was in Skylanders?
Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 5 minutes, how long do you think we have that we can be standing around?
At least 5 minutes.
Okay, I would like to put on my armor then.
Okay, go for it. He's the voice of Spyro in Skylanders Academy, the TV series. I didn't know that. Yeah, like I said, the guy from the Mac commercials. Live Free, Die Hard. Because it's what? Bruce Willis, Justin Long, and then Lady...
I have no clue what you're talking
Not Jack
about.
Black. I feel bad that
from Scott Pilgrim versus the World. What's her name?
there's a lot of
The one
Say Chris Evans.
Yeah, I said her name.
But
Chris Evans is in Scott Pilgrim versus the World. You're right.
Christine Evans.
No. The main character, the Ramona from Scott Pilgrim versus the World. She's also in that movie. Slash an upcoming Star Wars project that I inadvertently spoiled for somebody and felt real bad about doing so. Playing a character I did not anticipate, but that's fine. Okay, so
Do tell.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Thank you. Spoilers. Does anyone care about the upcoming Ahsoka show if I spoil something?
I mean, I care a lot, but casting is not spoilers, so you're good.
Okay, she's Hera from Rebels, which doesn't make sense in my head, but I'm glad the character's in the show anyway, so whatever. It's fine with me. Okay, so in the rest of the hallway with you, which I think I've already... So basically there's 4 other... Oh, you're in this area. If you look up the stairwell that's next to you, there is a giant iron portcullis that has dropped out of the ceiling and sealed off the stairwell at the bottom.
Crap.
So we can't go down A to C.
Up, but yes.
Oh, we can't go up. Okay.
Yes, that leads to the second floor of the house. It is completely blocked off. You think that was probably the giant crashing, shaking sound from earlier. But there are other rooms in this hallway. There are 4 other rooms in this hallway that other would-be adventurers were also staying in. So if you wish to...
Is this a door here?
That is a door there.
I would like to check that door. Knock on it, see if it'll open.
It does open.
I'll go try the one other.
Is anyone dead inside?
There are a lot of Pokemon fainted people in these rooms, yes.
Yes.
People that you vaguely remember being at the dinner, but no one that especially stands out necessarily. Do you just kind of open the door and look in and move on?
I do want to I want to check the bodies.
Okay. So if you're just
goblin-y stuff, see if they have anything of value.
Okay, so what you find basically in these couple of rooms, you find for Cameron's purposes, a minor healing potion, a longsword, a Tanglefoot bag, which I forget what means, but is going to be bad for me later on. I remember that much. I know that phrase, and I'm not going to like that in the future, but that's probably okay.
Oh.
And You find 15 silver and 15 gold. Kind of spread out in these rooms.
Is it to 30 silver and 15 gold?
Yes, total you are at 30 silver and 15 gold of collected loot.
Yep.
And that basically opens up these rooms and this room, and then there is a door here that you know leads outside to kind of like an in-between area. Between this and another part of the manor.
Which way did we come earlier in the night when we were brought here?
I believe you came down the stairs from A2C.
Okay, so we can't backtrack to get to.
You cannot backtrack to where you came from originally. No.
Okay.
You can only progress this direction.
We can't head to these corners on the side.
So you can. Those are just little guard cabinets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
those are not doors on the other side.
No. Those are just little guard quarters.
I would like to get the pillow off my bed and put it under the head of the unconscious guard that is Grizzly Max's second biggest fan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for when he does wake up. Good. Respect that.
I would like to go over to the guard and use some of my healing berries, juices, whatever.
Okay.
I would like to at least bring him up to a hit point or so.
Assume he now has a hit point.
Yeah.
He looks around real groggy. Black tears.
Black tears.
They're over there.
Oh. Okay. I will I'll lock them up somewhere. Did you guys do that?
Yes.
Wait, are you guys with Grizzernax?
Apparently.
Nice.
He's over there in the other rooms. I think he wants.
Definitely not looting.
Love it. Love it. I've seen him in concert 4 times. That was only 3 fingers on camera. Sorry, 4 times. He's got a little tattoo.
The guard just woke up. He might have only been holding up 3 fingers and said 4 times.
It's been a long evening.
Considering Grizzly might only have done 2 concerts.
He's not done any. You don't know where he's in Grizzernax live. It's fine. But he is Grizzernax's second biggest fan. So he will take the 3 members of the Black Tears and put them in A3E and tie them up. And then he will faithfully stand watch outside. And actually, so are you guys going through the next door?
I guess it seems to be our only path.
It does.
Yeah.
Then.
So who found it then? So who should we say is the Pathfinder?
Well, Cameron found it, so I guess that makes Cameron the Pathfinder.
I've veiled all of this, remember?
Yeah, that's awful.
My what about sitting on the hill? I didn't get to make because you were giving us information, so I had to type that one out. This one I was able to say. That was
I'm proud of you. I'm upset, but I'm proud of you. Okay, so as you guys walk into this next area, it's actually daylight in here. It is a large, entirely indoor garden where for some reason it is daylight outside.
Ooh, fancy.
It resembles a tropical paradise full of lush plants and flowering vines hanging from the walls, while a slow-moving stream of water cuts through the center of the room, flowing languidly from north to south through the storm drains. There are colorful flowers, there are bridges over the water, and partially submerged in the stream to the north stands a life-size marble statue depicting an armored half-elf woman holding a rose and wielding a shield.
I would immediately like to silently and quickly run over and just sort of jump into the water.
Okay.
Give myself a little shakedown.
So it is 5 feet
both
deep.
The eyeballs this time.
Make me an athletics check, Emma.
Great. Do that.
While she does that,
Addition.
Bootsy is just going to lay down on the ground and enjoy
That
the
is
sun.
an 8.
It's an 8. Okay. You do get taken a little bit by the current, even though there really isn't one. It does kind of push you around.
I'm gonna lazy river it.
Yes. And it's...
I'm a very happy frog.
At one point, okay. So Emma hops into the water. Kerpley hops into the water. I'm assuming off of this bridge into here.
Yeah.
It flows you south, and as you come to the south wall, you and all of that water blip out, and all of a sudden come back out into the water at the top of the north wall.
It loops.
It loops.
It's just a lazy river.
It is actually just a lazy river. I'm
gonna look at everyone and go, lazy river.
I'm not leaving. You can't make me.
So while this is going on, Ezek's going to be looking for the way out of this room.
Okay. There is another door at the end across the hallway. And anyone who wants, make me Arcana, Nature, Society, or Lore Brevoy checks.
13 Arcana.
Okay.
Or sorry, 12 Arcana.
Yeah, Arcana, Nature, Society, or Brevoy. Yeah.
17 Arcana.
Okay.
Failed nature.
11 Society.
Would you say, Greg?
I rolled a 1, so
okay.
It would be a total of
it's wet.
Oblivious.
This is a constantly flowing river of sand. Emma, what did you roll?
13 nature.
13 nature. Okay. This seems real weird, but you're all about it.
Yeah. Oh,
it's just a vibe.
I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Grizzly absolutely jumped in the water with her.
Yeah, you guys just, as long as you are in here, you hit the south wall and loop back to the north wall.
Right.
And
I am so
the first time you loop, if you were at all dirty, like from the fight or whatever, you aren't anymore.
No more blood.
And it just constantly loops you around, however long you stay in the water. And while they're constantly looping, we will stop for the evening. So that is session 1 of our Kingmaker 2nd edition Pathfinder game. Our characters are level 1 for the time being. And if you've played the Pathfinder Kingmaker video game that is available on Steam, and I do recommend, it's actually pretty good.
It's a lot of fun.
Slightly computer intensive, but not bad. It follows a similar story to this game. When they actually were remaking Pathfinder, or when they were remaking Kingmaker for Pathfinder 2E, they went to the video game company, I forget who it was, and basically took large chunks of their story and added it to the 1st edition Kingmaker story. So it's super cool. It actually does keep a lot of the same beats as it moves through.
Owlcat Games.
Thank you, Owlcat Games. They did a good job with the game. I actually do enjoy it. I have it on Steam. You get to make a lot of the same decisions. So we'll go around and let all of our party members plug the things if they would like, and then we'll be back in the future. Hopefully we will have at least 1 or 2 more players with us next time. We had Matt and David not able to join us this evening, but we'll let Cameron do the thing.
So my name's Cameron Franklin. I'm playing Ezek. You can find me on social media as Humar Whittle. And then you can find me streaming at twitch.tv/Cameron plus Deanna and twitch.tv/OneGeek411.
Yes. Ben.
Hey, I'm Ben, and I am here. I don't really do much else.
Find Ben here. Or on our Discord. Link in the description. Greg.
I also, and predominantly only on the Discord, but I am Greg, and I am playing Bootsy.
Yes. And Ben, what was your character?
Grizzernax.
Grizzernax, which I believe is spelled differently every time you say it.
Said differently. Also, usually, it's been one thing. We've only had one encounter, so
far it's just been Grizzernax.
For very many confusing variants of any combination of those letters or more.
I'm trying to do the factorial in my head for that. That's not good for anybody. Okay, good.
Oh no, there will be more letters added or removed.
That can't be good for me. Kim.
I'm Kim, also known as Spin the Cavern Elf, and I am RC adventurer on streaming services.
That works.
TikTok.
On the TikTok.
On TikTok, yeah.
And Emma.
Emma, obviously, playing Kerpley. I am on all the First Geek stuff, so Twitter, Discord, etc., as well as social medias, as I have not prepared.
Yes, and if you want to check out Matt and David, They are from the Geek Nation podcast. Links in the description for that as well. And more of this at cityonthehillgaming.com. You can email us at cityonthehillgaming@gmail.com. Go send us a message on Twitter if you would like, at cityonthehillgame. Or check out the Patreon, patreon.com/cityonthehillgaming. And we will be back with more of this, more of Impulse Drive, more of lots of things. You know what you come here for. You come here for the nonsense. It doesn't really matter what we're doing, frankly. And yeah. So to you guys, thank you for joining me. To our listeners, thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us. And we hope you have a blessed day. Thanks for listening to City on the Hill Gaming. If you'd like to hear more episodes, find us online at cityonthehillgaming.com or wherever you listen to podcasts. You can follow us on Twitter at cityonthehillgame, on Instagram at cityonthehillgaming. You can also find us on YouTube or Twitch by searching for City on the Hill Gaming. If you'd like to send us an email, you can find us at cityonthehillgaming@gmail.com. If you want to hear more from the Saving the Game folks, find them at stgcast.org for their backlog of episodes. And we're also on Patreon. You can find us at patreon.com/cityonthehillgaming. Thanks as always to all of our Patreon backers, Grizzly Rich, JD, Bryan, Sir Lord Epicname, Andrew and Christina, and Tony. Thank you guys for all you do to support the show. We love you, and we appreciate all of your help. Thank you for listening, and have a blessed day.